Miss Miranda for story time. We are talking about spiders. When you think about spiders, what does it make you do? Spiders are very helpful insects, not insects. Spiders are very helpful to our gardens, and we're going to learn all about spiders and how they are not an insect. Spiders, written by Deborah Marins. What is scurrying in the grass? Is it a beetle or an ant? If you look closely, you'll see that it's a spider. Don't be afraid. Most spiders won't hurt you. In fact, the spider is one of our best friends in nature. That's because spiders love to eat insects. When they do, they eat many of the insects that are harmful to people. This one's called an orb weaver. Although a spider looks a bit like an insect, such as an ant or a bee, it is not. Spiders belong to a group of animals called arachnids. Mites, ticks, and scorpions are also arachnids. How is a spider different from an insect? If an insect and a spider were set side by side, you could see many differences. For example, look at this spider. It has 8 legs with a body of 2 parts, the front and the back, the head and the abdomen. The spider's head is in the front, which is called the cephalothorax, and a spider has a thin shell with tiny hairs covering its body. Most spiders have 8 eyes, and on each side of the spider's head in the front of its mouth is a jaw with claws. So isn't that kind of cool? Now take a look at this insect. It only has 6 legs, and its body has 3 parts, a head, a middle, and the back. Many insects have wings, and an insect also has a hard shell, as well as jointed legs. On each side of the insect's heads are feelers called antennae. So, insects have antennae, spiders have a jaw. Nature has given the spider a special body to help do its work. The spider's legs, eyes, jaws, hair, and abdomen all have special features. So let's look. The eyes, most of them have 8 eyes. Some spiders can see in all directions, but most spiders cannot see very well. Their eyes are used to sense changes in the light. The jaws, a spider has a jaw on each side of its mouth, and the jaws are good for catching and holding food. The mouth is good for sucking up the food. The legs, each of the spider's 8 legs has a tiny claw at the end for grasping and pulling. These claws help the spider walk upside down without falling. Some of the hairs on a spider's body are used as feelers to help the spider tell direction. Scientists think that some hairs help the spider's sense of smell. This is on the bottom of their abdomen. That's where they have their little spinners. They spin their silk. Spiders are amazing creatures. They can walk sideways, forward, backward, and upside down. They can also climb, carry things, run, jump, and swing. Whew. Spiders are excellent hunters. They have many ways of catching their prey. Some spiders grab their victims with their jaws when the spider sucks up the insides of its prey with its mouth. Other spiders spin silken webs in which to trap their enemies or their prey. Spiders also spin silk for their homes and for their egg cocoons. A spider may spin a different kind of silk for each job it does, making one type for a trap, another for a cocoon, and yet another for a home. This ogre-faced spider throws a web shaped like a net to catch its prey. A purse-web spider builds a tube-like nest, and it hides there until its prey walks on the tube. Then the spider pierces the tube and pulls it in its prey, and it has its dinner. There's its tube. Most spiders live in webs. The webs are woven in special designs, and some of the most common types of spiders' webs are the orb, the funnel, and the tangled web. Each of these names describes how this web looks. The orb web looks like a big round wheel with spokes. The funnel is often strung in the branches, and the tangled is jumbled silk. different types of webs that they make. When a web is completed for a trap, the spider covers some of the strands with sticky silk. See, insects get stuck in there. You can see spider webs in many different places. Some are in trees, some are in the grass and under leaves, some are in attics and basements. Did you ever see a spider web in your house? All different types. Triangle, tangled. That looks like a doily. Not all spiders live in webs. The trapdoor spider is a hunter that lives in an underground tunnel. This bola spider captures insects the way a cowboy ropes a cow. The spider spins a lime silk with a silky ball at the end of the line. Pulls it in. The crab spider walks sideways just like a real crab. It lives inside flowers where it waits to ambush insects. The water spider lives underwater for long periods of time. It spins a silk nest that looks like a small balloon. The spider fills the balloon with air bubbles, and then the spider can breathe underwater for several months at a time. This spider captures water insects, brings them into the bubble, and eats them. Wolf spiders are very good hunters. Like a real wolf, this spider runs swiftly to catch its prey. Wolf spiders often live beneath rocks. The jumping spider jumps on insects to catch them. There it is. The most ferocious looking spider of all is the tarantula. This hairy hunter can be 4 to 5 inches long. And at night, the tarantula comes out of the burrow or his hole that he lives in. The spider is ready for supper and hunts for insects, snakes, and lizards. Watch out for the black widow spider. This dangerous spider is poisonous. It is easy to spot a black widow, shiny black in color. The black widow has a red or yellow mark on its abdomen. There it is. The brown recluse spider, also called the violin spider, is a dangerous spider that lives in dead leaves, bark, and stone. Have you ever seen baby spiders hatching? All baby spiders hatch from eggs. The eggs are kept in a silky sac or cocoon that is spun by the mother spider. The wolf spider puts her egg sac on along behind her, and the sac is attached to her spinnerets. And after the babies are born, they ride on their mother's back. But most mother spiders do not take care of their babies because spiders are on their own as soon as they hatch. They must be able to spin their silk. There it is. The baby spins a fine silk called a gossamer. It's very beautiful. Sometimes a warm summer breeze, you can see strands of gossamer floating in the breeze. Here's a picture of how they hatch. And molt. So when they grow bigger and bigger, they shed their skin. Spiders have existed on Earth for a long, long time. Some even lived long before the time of the dinosaurs. Scientists know almost 30,000 different kinds of spiders, and they think there are many more yet to be discovered. Do you think maybe one day you can discover a spider? One reason that spiders have been able to survive so successfully is because they are able to live anywhere that they can find food. Spiders are beneficial or good for people because they eat insects, and many insects are harmful to us because they eat the plants that we grow for food. But spiders do have enemies. The spider wasp is a deadly enemy. The tarantula hawk wasp eats female tarantulas. Spiders are also each other's enemy. The female spider is often twice as large as the male spider. If the male gets in front of the hungry female, he better watch out. And other enemies are the scorpion. A scorpion looks like a small lobster. Spiders are all around us. If you look, you are sure to spot them in their webs and other places, both outdoors and indoors. Next time you see a spider, watch it closely. you may discover some fascinating secrets. Spiders play an important role in the world of nature. Just like the bees were important, the ants were important, spiders are also very, very important. And they are just waiting to be discovered and understood. So do like what the story says. Go see if you can find a spider with your mom or dad and watch it closely. See what it's doing. Is it building? What type of web is it building? Go see what you can find. I'll see you next time.